Cresta, do you believe it was the right move to delay the return to school?
Yeah, look, we're of the opinion that this delay makes sense. They're talking about the peak in Queensland being about the day or the week that schools were due to go back. And obviously that would have a major impact on the workforce within our schools and lead to further disruption in education for students in Queensland. So our schools will be open for children of essential workers and vulnerable children only. It's not ideal, but we are still in the grips of a global pandemic. And this gives parents and communities time to plan. So there's 3 weeks before school was due to start where they can plan for what might happen in those 2 weeks. So, we do welcome this decision. It makes sense for the wider community. And if it assists with the peak and that can flatten that curve a little bit, then we're in favour of that.
Do you have concerns that it's going to be pushed back again?
Look, if the modelling comes to be as accurate as what they're showing it and there's a steep decline afterwards, then hopefully we would be starting school on what would have been the start of week 3. So, our teachers will still be at school. They'll be working. So some of them will be working from home. Some of them will be on minimal staffing at school, providing supervision for children. But, we've been through this before in Queensland. We have great partnerships and relationships with our parental community. Our school leaders do a remarkable job of leading our school community. So we know in the past 2 years, Queensland has done really well. We've had only a few days out of school and teachers have been able to catch up students and deliver the curriculum as the experts that they are.
Term 4 has been extended by a week in December because of this delay. Is that the right decision?
Look, our members are really disappointed with the flippant nature of that announcement and, we'll be seeking some clarity and communication from the government in relation to that. Our executive will be meeting on Wednesday and talk about where we're going to from there. But really, we need to see some more clarity and communication from the government. But, our members have been at the front line for the last 2 years and they're experts in what they've done. They've done a great job and really they're pretty disappointed with this announcement from the government yesterday.
Is there an argument, though, that it would benefit students to be in the classroom for that extra week, seeing as they're missing out on 2 weeks at the start of term 1?
Well, look, like I said, the disruption in Queensland has really been quite minimal. And even back at the beginning when it was a 6-week lockdown, our teachers didn't get an extra week at the end of the year and they still did everything that they needed to do. So in the last 2 years, with the shutdowns that we have had, which have been minimal, our teachers have worked above and beyond to do the work that they need to do to get kids through for the end of the year. And, our teachers are experts in this. They reteach. They look at different ways of getting content to children who may have a different learning style or whatever it might be. So, it's not without its challenges, of course, but our teachers can do this. And in the past 2 years, they've done it without an additional week. And it's just a surprise to us.
What are you hearing from teachers at the moment?
Well, we've heard from some of our members, that they already have their wedding planned for this time, for the end of the year when the gazetted school year was supposed to finish, And I think too, even for parents, many families will have already made arrangements for the end of the year. So, the school year has been gazetted for some time. It's been quite clear. Everybody's known what the supposed end date is supposed to be. People make plans around those dates. So I think that this was a bit of a shock, not only for teachers, but for many parents as well.
I suppose there's a bit of notice there, though.
Oh yeah, but really, it's an economy issue. It's not just schools. What is the impact that it has on people? If people have weddings planned, or they've had overseas trips planned, or maybe not overseas, but interstate trips. What's going on there? So this is something that we really need to seek further clarity from the government about, and we'll be speaking with the department about it as well.
What rights do teachers have to push back on this?
Well, these are things that we need to talk about within our executive, and we'll certainly be anticipating that this week.
If the delay is pushed back again and again, what's the solution here?
Well, in the past, like I said, in Queensland, if we hit that peak and then the numbers start to decline, our teachers will come back to school, our kids will come back to school, and they'll start their routine on Monday of week 3. I think we need to continue to work together around these types of things. This delay makes sense. If the modelling works out, then things will work out and kids will start in week 3.
Cresta Richardson, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for your time.